All right, I am on. I thought I was going to make it right on time, and then I got a phone call, so I'm running a little bit behind. I'm trying to find. Yes, my tablet took a dump. I can't even get it to come up. How do I look today? A little worse for wear, I suppose. Hello, welcome. I'm actually trying to pull it up on my laptop. Hello, Miss Susan and Miss Kathy. So glad you could join us. Miss Janice. Miss Janice, how are you today? Let's see. Click here to enter full screen. I guess if I want to see the comments, I better not be in full screen. Now, how do I get out of it? There we go. Oh, hey, Miss Sheila's on. Hail, the gang's all here. Well, not everybody, but just about. Are you kidding? Any day that I turn it on and 5 of you pop up at once, I'm like, woo! Okay, so just to kind of catch you guys up, we made it to Dairy Queen in time for May to have fun with her friends. And let me tell you, did we get some looks. You know, they don't really want you in the dining rooms if you can help it. So, oh, let me turn this down. Hang on. There we go. Okay. So they really don't want you in the dining room. So what happens is we were just all outside. And, you know, there had to be like 10, 11 little kids at this thing. And, oh, Miss Sheila, you're listed as top fan. Cool. Sorry, my nose is tickling. I bet that looked funny. Anyway, so so you got 10, 11 kids running around screaming, literally screaming, and playing tag and catch and stuff like this. And so this older couple, just before we were ready to leave, this older couple were getting out of their car, and they're like, we came here for some peace and quiet. And I thought, peace and quiet is at home. You go out, you get not peace and quiet. Now, granted, you're not expecting to see 10, 11 kids running around, but they were having so much fun. They hadn't seen each other in 2 months. Sorry, my nose is, I feel like I got fuzz on my nose. You got kids running around just acting crazy. It was something else. Anyway, so fortunately we left right about then. So we left there and went, hey, Miss Judy. So we left there, trying to wave. We left there and went to the car shop. And at the Hyundai dealership, which is, I love Hyundai, by the way. My last 3 cars were all Hyundais. And so we went to the Hyundai shop, and yes, I have a new car. I have a brand new 2020 Hyundai Santa Fe. Love it. So if you happen to decide to go test drive a Hyundai over at the, Gettle? At the Gettle on 64, Gettle Hyundai, drop my name, will you? They give little extra perks for that. Okay, all right, so last night, now it's telling me I have software up to install. Hey, Miss Roberta, welcome. And I guess, yeah, just about all my regulars are online. Excellent. Thank you, ladies. I do have some people that watch it later on. Oh, which reminds me, I did not upload it last night. I've been so busy. Had so much going on. And then, of course, I have my dentist appointment today. I have my new Invisalign on. So if I talk funny, that's it. That's why I have to wear them now, because I only have each one for a week. And so I have to wear them 22 hours a day, which means I eat, I put them back on. I eat, I put them back on. All right, hopefully it'll cut down on the snacking too. That would be kind of nice. All right, so last night when I got home and everything got settled, I went ahead and put my bindings on. And as you can tell, I tried one just to make sure that I hadn't lost my mind and that I did remember how to do this. So what I do when I do it this way, and I'll be honest, a lot of times I don't do my binding this way. I do it, I put top and I put bottom and then I put sides. And so instead of mitering it, it's just cornered, okay? But somebody said something about mitering, so I thought, well, okay, we can just include this in here. Give me just a second. I need to move my light. I see huge shadows. And where did I put my water? So I'm going to try and make sure that you can see what I'm doing. Let me grab my water real quick, ladies, because my lips are very dry. All right. I don't know how often you guys get to the dentist, but when they stick those things in your mouth and hold your mouth open like this wide, like this, my lips just, all day long I'm drinking water and trying to put chapstick on or something, you know. Okay. So I'm going to try and make it so that we can see this. Okay, everything's looking good here. Now that I have my tablet up. Thank you, Miss Janice. I love you too. I'm going to pop that off the screen just so I can see what's going on here. All right, so I go ahead. Now on this one, the neat thing about these borders, is I was able to put the white or the yellow to the blue, and I just centered it. So you have one piece that's about 42 inches long, and if you take another piece, cut it in half, attach it, then you have pretty much about half a length, okay? And as long as you put the yellow in the center of the blue, and I did the same thing for the yellow, only I cut one piece of the yellow into 4 equal sections and attached it, okay? So this is what you wind up with at the end. So you should have about that much at one end, that much at the other end, and the same with this. And it's just enough to make that mitered corner, okay? So here's what I have. Here's my mitered corner I did last night, and I did both layers at the same time. So I mitered both pieces at the very same time. I didn't do my yellow and then come back and try and do the blue. I'm a little bit on the lazy side, and I will do whatever will get me through mitering the fastest. Okay, so we're going to talk just briefly about that mitered corner. So basically a mitered corner, unless there's something really, really strange about your quilt, it's going to be a 45-degree angle. So this is going to wind up being, so 90 degrees is straight up and straight this way. That's 90. So 45 degrees, of course, as everybody knows, and most quilters do, it's a 45-degree angle. It's going to go this way, okay? So my brain says, well, if you fold the corner at a 45-degree angle, and you can do this without using a ruler, because it should, I mean, as long as you're square, your corner should be like this, and 45 should go straight through the middle. So that's what I do. There it is. So I take my corner block, I find the center, and I know that this little piece right here is going to be my center. It should be. Okay? Keep that in mind. This is a should be. I'm going to line these up. I'm going to make sure that I'm coming to the center at the tip as well. Okay? So I'm going to make sure I'm coming there as well. I'm going to get my corner together there. Let me get that out of the way. I'm probably going to pin it just to make sure it's not, you know, wiggling around on me. Ooh, by the way, y'all, I bought some minky fabric today. For whatever reason, it's not what I thought it would be. I was thinking minky would be this like really, really super soft, stretchy, you know, I don't know. I don't know where I got that idea from. Okay, so I'm going all the way down, making sure I have it all the way this way. The next thing I'm doing is I'm going to make sure that these lines match up. So when I say these lines, I'm talking about these pieces right here, and right here. I need them to match up. If they don't, it's going to throw your miter off and you're going to see it. And in fact, you can probably see it with the one I did last night because it was slightly off. May is having a Zoom meeting with her classmates. Her teacher's really great. She spends a lot of time with them. And we definitely get a lot of messages from her, which is great because it means she's really involved. Just kind of smooth it out a little bit. And I'm going to put my pin in it just so it doesn't move on me. Try to recheck my corners. And again, it's the same thing, you know, measure twice, cut once kind of thing. Hey, Miss Kathy. Anybody else lose sound? Did I lose sound? I know I turned it down on my laptop, but that shouldn't have anything to do with my my volume. Hang on. Hopefully we don't get any feedback on this. How's everybody doing? Everybody okay? Can everybody hear all right? Let me know. Okay. Let me turn up my volume on my laptop and see if I can hear myself. Ah, don't do that. Can everybody hear all right? Okay, I can hear mine okay on mine. I don't know if it's something's going on with your volume or not. Okay, yep, mine was okay too. Check your speakers, Miss Kathy. Okay. All right. All right, so what I do then is I go in and I go ahead and iron the corner. Just iron a straight line into it. Okay? We're going to lay it down. We're going to need 2 different pins. One for this one and one for this one. Still feels like it's slightly off. Let me hang on. You really want to try and get this as straight as possible. And I think I'm going to have a little problem. I think my yellow might be just a little bit short. But we'll find out in a moment. We'll find out shortly. Okay, I think I did this one for this. And where did one go? Oh, here it is. And then I just used a gel pen. I thought it was like a whitish yellow, but it's actually green. But it worked, so. All right, so basically what we're going to do is we know that this is a straight line right here. We're going to follow the straight line all the way down. I'm going to put a pin in this one as well because it seems like it's wanting to move a lot. Straight.
Mommy, something's wrong.
Well, have Grandpa help you, okay?
What's the matter now?
Okay, so we're going to take our ruler and we're going to draw a straight line. Let me come over just a little bit. Now, y'all, I am pretty sure there are probably easier ways to do this, but this is the way I do it, and it works for me. And it does have just enough. If you make sure that that yellow is centered on the blue, then you should be good. Okay. Now let me move all this out of the way. I thought I had my desk cleared off. It's always those last minute phone calls when people call you all of a sudden out of the blue. And my ex, God bless him, he's still dealing with things. All right, so let me bring you on over here. We'll get a little bit closer, see if that doesn't help. Okay. And then I'm going to take it, I'm going to line it up. I need my glasses for this. Hair on my glasses. And dirt. Okay. Now I'm going to start in on the little bit of the blue just to get it moving. I'm going to make sure that my fabric is straight as possible. All right, that's one corner down now. Let me take a look at it first. See if I see any mistakes. Take out my needle, my pin. And ladies, there we have it. One mitered corner, 2 pieces of fabric. And that is a mitered corner. And then of course, you just go in, you iron it down, and then you just trim off the back side. Trim it down to 1/4 inch or whatever you're comfortable with. I just use a pair of scissors. After I've ironed it, I use a pair of scissors and I just cut off the tails. Yeah, I don't know what my dentist was using. They had to put some more appliances on my teeth. And oh my gosh, that stuff tasted so terrible. Oh, it was awful. Just awful. And she kept rinsing my mouth. And she's like, do you need another rinse? I'm like, yes. She'd rinse it out. She's like, okay, how about now? Do you need another rinse? I'm like, yes. I just could not get that horrible flavor out of my mouth. It was terrible. Okay, let's get this over here. And then I'm going to trim off that stuff. Okay. And I have been diligently working on getting the log cabin study ready for us. I love the colors. I can't wait for you to see them, but I don't want to show you just yet because I still have to get a background fabric. And I want to do black. I'll have an option of white, but I really want to do black. Okay, let me pull my pin out because I have my pin in there. And there you have it. One miter corner. Now I have 2 miter corners and I still have 2 more to go. All right, anybody have any questions? I can't wait. I get to quilt this soon. I have a couple of things ahead of it, but I'm all kinds of excited. I can't wait to see what it's like. I still have 2 more corners. Unless you feel like you got it. Which we can just hang out together. Make sure.
Teacher's gone, but there's 3 of them still on it.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, that's so cute. Including May?
Mm-hmm.
The teacher had to leave?
I think the teacher wants to take a nap.
I don't blame her. That's about how I feel right now. Especially after my traumatizing dentist appointment. Which tomorrow I have another one. Whoop, whoop. Time for a dental cleaning. Ugh. I don't like those either. She pokes and prods at my teeth. Yeah, when I told her I don't have dental insurance anymore, that I'll have to pay out of pocket, she sounded a little disappointed. I'm like, Like, I wonder what the heck is going on with that. All right, so once again, I just make sure everything is straight. A lot of fabric to move around here, but those cuts were perfect. The you had six of the wide one, the 3.5 inch, and 5 of the 2.5 inch. And the 2.5 inch, you just take one fabric, cut it into 4s, add that to the other 4, and then with the blues, you just cut 2 of the fabrics in half, and then add those onto the blues, and that gives you I want to say just enough to be able to do a miter corner. You probably could have done the other corners without and lose even less, but in my opinion, the miters are prettier. They're just a little more time consuming. All right, so I'm gonna make a nice sharp corner, even down here. I'm going to roll these over about 1/4 inch. Probably could have gone ahead and stitched that down, but you know, whatever. And I'm going to line up these seams very nicely. Okay, that looks good. Oh, Miss Sheila, I was able to get some more muslin today from Joann's. I stopped on my way to Cotton Patch to pick up, to see if my order was ready. It wasn't. That's okay. I'm not in a huge hurry. In fact, I kind of don't really remember what I even ordered. I suppose I could go online and find out, but I guess with all the orders they've been getting, they're taking a little longer to get the orders together, which, you know, that happens. Especially because their numbers have jumped. I mean, I remember when it was 20, 25 people, you know, on her lives, and now there's like, oh my gosh, what did I see the last time? Over 200? So that's great. I'm really happy for her. Glad those lives are working out. Okay, so we're going to line it up. Miss Judy, what projects do you have going on these days? And then where did my pen go? Oh, there it goes. Wow, that barely showed up. That's the thing about these pens. Sometimes they just don't show up well. Just remember, when you stitch on the border onto the top, you're going to leave just 1/4 of an inch not stitched, because you don't want them to go all the way in. You need that to turn. And if you've stitched it to one of the other fabrics, I find that it's a lot harder to turn. Okay. Oh, hey, Miss Danae. How are you? Welcome, welcome. This is the Polynesian quilt follow along. We have been working on this for about, oops, sorry guys. We've been working on it for about, this is going on about a week and a half. I keep forgetting today is Wednesday and it's not Tuesday. For some reason I keep thinking it's Tuesday. And you just follow that stitching line all the way down. Alright, hopefully I didn't mess anything up. Lord knows, you know, you'd think you're doing good, go along down one side, and then all of a sudden you're like, bam, oh, it folded over kind of thing. But no, it did not. It's fine. So we're going to whip out the ironing board that I keep moving around. Open that up. Let's see how I did. Not bad. Not bad. I'm getting a little better at this. Like I said, this is not my favorite. Saw your beautiful face and just wanted to stop in and say, "Aw, thank you." Well, thank you for coming in. And thank you for calling me beautiful. I love it.
Well, I think it's time to quit.
Yeah, we are just finishing up. We're just finishing up the this quilt top, and this is probably the last step. And then probably in about 2 weeks we'll start the next one, which will be a study in log cabin study. And basically what that means, it's kind of like a mystery quilt in that each block will be different. You won't have a set of blocks that are the same. Like this quilt, we had 4 blocks that were the same of each different style of block. And the log cabin won't be like that. There'll be, each day will have a different block. And I haven't decided whether I want to do 12 or 16, you know, or do them in sets of 4s like that, or maybe sets of 3s. I don't know. So I just haven't gotten that far yet. There we go. All right, so here was the next corner. I'm gonna get you kind of close and show you that corner right here. So that's supposed to be it's supposed to be right on there, and it probably got misaligned just slightly. Actually, I think that was my stitching. Stitching up to it, I think I overstitched just a little bit on one of the corners. All right, so that's 3 corners done. And here's the 4th corner. And again, this is what it looks like. Okay, when you get up to the corner, we're only going to stitch up to 1/4 inch. And even if you have to leave a little bit of a gap, it's better than over stitching like I did on that last one. All right. All right, so one more time. Sorry, I hit my bar over there. I find the center from corner to corner on the block. Fold that little tip over because that's going to help me find my corner. And actually, I think I might have overstitched that one. That's okay. I'm going to flip this over and just iron this down real quick. And this one. This will kind of help keep it out of my way and keep it straight. I'm going to find that corner, or that center. Okay. Find the center on this one. And the other thing you can do is you can check it by looking underneath and making sure that that seam underneath here lines up. Okay, I'm going to iron the corner crease right in there. Just like that. Okay. Oops, sorry. My top keeps hitting the bar that I use to swing the camera around. Alright, so now we're going to line up this one. In a perfect world, you would be able to just line it all up straight down and just stitch right across it. But I like to check and recheck just to make sure that I got all the seams lining up properly. Okay, I'm going to put that right there, pin that there. Kind of feel on the bottom to see if that lines up. And then, okay, time to measure. When you feel like you've got everything lined up just right. Oh, don't forget, ladies, do not let me forget, we do actually have, I've done one thing in my life, and it was a shirt, no sleeves that I had to do in junior high school. Oh my gosh, talk about junior high school. Let me finish my thought. We still have to do the drawing. We're going to do the drawing right after this. But in high school, you know, you could take home ec, and I did, and we had to sew an item. And the very first thing she said, which of course I was not listening, was don't get knit material. Of course, again, this is all that communication problem. I didn't know what knit was. And so when I was picking out my stuff, I decided I wanted a terry cloth robe. I didn't have one, and I wanted one. And so I thought, well, since I can't afford a terry cloth robe, I will make mine. I bought my fabric, I bought my pattern, I took it to school all happy and excited, and my teacher looked at me and said, this is knit fabric. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? I did not know a thing. And this was like middle school, like it had to be 6th grade. So that was my first experience with learning about knit fabrics. Because I did actually sew before that, but again, it was definitely not what you think. Thank you, honey. And it wasn't until high school that I even started really getting serious about sewing. And then when I had children, then I really was serious about sewing because I was making clothes for them. But I started learning, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there. So if you ever ask me my opinion, learn terminologies. It is so important. The more you understand what people are talking about, the easier it'll be for you to do what you want to do. But you have to understand what people are talking about. And that doesn't come from just necessarily watching. Sometimes you need to know. And it may mean nothing to you. Things will go in one ear and out the other. Go right in one ear and out the other. But I'm going to tell you what, at some point, you're going to hear them say something and it's going to click into place. So just kind of keep that stuff stored up in the back of your head, and it will come in handy. Okay, let's see how I did on this one. Pull it open, take all my pins out. And for someone who does not like to pin, I've been doing a lot of pinning. A lot of pinning. Oh yeah, that looks better. So I lined it up a little bit better, stitched a little bit closer. So that looks a lot better, huh? I think I did all right. Okay, so that is 4 corners of a mitered corner. And of course, anybody who missed it or needs to see it again, or maybe it didn't make sense to you, you can always email me and we can do a private lesson. Okay, I'm not opposed to doing private lessons. In fact, I think it's kind of fun. And I have learned to start trimming my threads early, not wait until the last minute to trim them. And I got that from my long arm teacher. She taught me that. I am going to go ahead and trim these down. Okay. Put that in my little pile there, my scrappy pile. Come on over here. And iron this open. Well, hello, Miss Brenda. So glad you made it. Especially because we're fixing to do the drawing. I still need to put, I got everything written out, but I need to put names or cut them apart and put them into a bucket. So I'm thinking that we should, at some point, maybe do a Zoom or something like that where we can all be online together. And if you have a hint on how to do a miter corner, maybe you have an easier way to do it or something that has worked really great for you, maybe we can get together and do something like that where we share ideas on a Zoom meeting, someplace where we can all be online, not like live because it doesn't let you, but where we can all be seeing each other and talking. So there's Zoom, and I know I think Microsoft has something called Teams. I don't know. I'll look into it a little bit and see what they've got. But now we have all 4 corners done in our quilt top, and it is ready to go. All right. If you don't like doing miters, you are not alone. And don't worry, you don't have to. You don't have to do anything. In fact, some people don't even do borders. And that's okay too, because I think I've had a couple of quilts I did not do borders on. This is all about you and how you like to design it and how you'd like to put it together. So please feel free to do that. Can I make Steelers? Gee, thanks. Well, I love my daughter. Okay. So let me grab my paper. This has everybody's name on it. So I'm cutting everybody's names apart. Hopefully you can't see them too well, because I'd hate to have an issue with somebody getting information.
Thank you for your messages to me.
So I just wanted you to see me cut them apart.
Share that with all the guys down here, and so that they know that something's happening besides me. So,
All right, let me find my bucket.
I guess I'm
Where did my bucket go?
really
Oh, I know. I
thinking that
put scrap
the,
fabric in it. Hang on.
from the Philippines is not going to be able to fit here, because they're pretty well locked down over there. But the other three seem like they're ready to come over, so we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to
Okay.
plan on that, and maybe we'll work on getting somebody else for the fourth person. All right, appreciate you.
Susan.
Thank you. My number's
Brenda.
401-745-2616.
Janice. Miss Jane.
Hope you're having a great day. Bye.
Miss Posey. I just want you to know that there are actually names on these papers. I don't want you to think I'm shying away or shorting anybody here. May loved her school outing, by the way. Miss Brenda, she absolutely loved it. She ran around and laughed and hollered and hee-hawed, and it was so cute. I loved it. The only like part of it that was kind of like, was I didn't realize that she literally did dress herself. And so she had this hoodie on, and it was like a really furry, hot hoodie. And so I'm like, May, why don't you take your jacket off? So, 91-degree weather. And just wear your shirt underneath it. And she looked at me, and I realized she did not have a shirt on underneath it. So she ran around and played all day long with this very warm hoodie. But she did good. She likes it like that. I can't believe it. Okay, hang on. Hang on. So this is all my stuff. So I'm going to draw a name, and then I'm going to show you what you got. Or should I show you first? What do you think? Should I show you first? No, I'm not going to show you first. I'm just going to draw a name, then I'll show you what you got. So the winner goes to, and if you live out of state, I do ship it, and I ship it at my cost. So you don't have to pay for anything. It is as free as it comes. Okay, everybody ready? Everybody ready? No way, no way, no way. All right, guess what, guys? I am going to tear it off so you can't see all the other information on there. It's Miss Janice. Miss Janice won a few of my favorite things. Well, this actually answers a question for me. All right, Miss Janice, let me show you what you got. You got a little cool, that's a fan. You can wrap it around, you can hang it from your neck. And I actually, sometimes when it gets hot in here and I just need to cool off a little bit, I hang it there and it blows on me. I love it. Takes about 2 or 3 AA batteries. I got you some of those wonderful, 10 of those clips, 1 big clip. And these I use on my bobbins. Love them. And they're easy to pick up. I like the way it makes it easy to pick up. I got you a set of these. I love these things. I'll show you mine. So these are mine. And I have my feet in one. And I have my bobbins and other little things that I would need to access quickly. I have them in there. And see, there's mine. And they stack right on top of each other, or I can stack them by themselves. You also got a charm pack. Isn't that cute? And then I threw in, now these are flannel. Yes, flannel. So these are flannel, and I thought maybe you would have someone that would like a nice, cute baby flannel. It's one of those ones that has 20, and I think it's 4 of each. Yeah, it looks like 4 of each. 20 of them, there's 4 of each. Okay? And, of course, you have to have this on your desk while you're working. It says, "You're terrific." The other thing is, I can't live without my X-Acto knife. So I got you a cute little X-Acto knife set. And, of course, tweezers. There's 2 sets of tweezers in here. I like this one, but the other one, I think, in my opinion, works better. These are great if you just need to move something quickly or you're trying to handle something. These are great for the tips of the fingers, and you can remove them easily. So instead of putting on a glove and trying to get it on there just right and stick it in between your fingers, this is good for just those quick things that you just need to do something and get done with it. So they're kind of like I know some bank people use those things. Me, I always liked using my fingers because I needed to feel the money. Okay. Notebook. Everybody needs a notebook. You got to have a notebook so you can write down information, like maybe you had to change the tension on something, or the fabric that you're using, or maybe you want to tape the receipt into the book and, you know, keep track of your quilt project. So there's 2 of those in here. I know, guys, it just keeps coming. This is a must. You have to have a flamingo item. I'm sorry, guys, it's my call sign. Sticky notes, I can't live without them. I sticky note everything. And when I'm reading in a book, I sticky note so that it hangs out so I know what page to go back to. When I'm on a page, if there's something I need to know specifically, I write it down. Here is this thing. I love mine. I am actually wearing spots on it. Last night I had to rip out twice, long sections, because I was working on binding or borders. And all I did was on the back side when it ripped it out, and I think this is even one of Miss Janice's ideas, but when I ripped it out, all I did is take the edge on the back side, on the wrong side of the fabric, and went like this, and all those pieces just came right out. It works even better than the lint roller, and I like the lint roller. Love this. So you got one of those. Little thread strips. They call these detailing scissors, but I just use them for my thread. And if I break them or drop them, and I do that a lot and break them, I don't feel so bad because they're not super expensive. The other thing is double stick tape. I love, love, love double stick tape. I have like 3 rolls around my sewing machine because sometimes I need something to not move. And if I want it to not move, the double stick tape is great and it'll peel right off. Sharpie, that's a must. Not sure where this came from, but this is not yours. Here is the other pair of tweezers. I think these grab a little bit better. I do like the other ones, but I like those better. Okay, and of course, this is water-soluble glue stick, so you can use it to glue something down, and then when you wash it, the glue comes out. And last but not least, a needle container. Mine's a little bit smaller than yours, but all of my needles that are used up, or I just need to get them off my table, I don't want to use them again, they go into here, and when it's full, it will go in the trash, just like this. Because I will not save that. And I use pill bottles too, so you can use pill bottles. But I thought this was kind of cute. You can put all kinds of things in here too for toss. This is to toss, okay? So you fill it up, you toss it out. All right. So these are all of a few of my favorite things. Trust me, I could have probably done a whole nother bag full of a few of my favorite things. So the next class that we start up, class session, fun time, follow along, whatever it is, I'll probably do another giveaway. So y'all hang in there. We got more coming. Let me get all this back in here. That one's mine, not yours. That goes in there. Alrighty. Well, ladies, thank you very much. When we have the next class, unless you prefer I not do it, I will email you to let you know when the class is going to start. Class session, follow along, whatever we're going to call it.
Sure about that.
I'm used to calling it a class, and even though it's really not so much a class, just kind of a follow along. But I will get it started. I'll let you know how much the kits will cost if you're interested in a kit.
They canceled it on us. They canceled it.
I'm not sure yet. I know some people have asked, you know, if it costs for the patterns. It really just depends. I'm hoping to have a pattern writer work with me on getting a pattern actually physically written with words and everything on it, which that is not my strong point. I love designing, but when it comes to writing, like how to do it, I wind up with one step, I wind up with like 2 pages. So I am not the best at it, and hopefully my pattern writer who is going to help me with this is a whole lot better at it than I am. And I'm sure she is. I can't wait to work with her. But anyways, so I will email you unless you don't want me to. If you don't want me to email you, just send me a private message saying, just don't use my email. Don't email me. Okay? But in the meantime, I think we are done for today. Does anybody have any other questions? Yeah, I'm looking down at my tablet over here. It's actually kind of nice. Actually, it's not a tablet. It's my laptop. I've got it in tablet mode. It's kind of nice having that big old tablet laptop over here. I keep biting my tongue because of my new, my new aligners. Alrighty, so Miss Janice, I'm gonna get this to you. Hopefully tonight, because I need to see you. I can't believe it. Again, Miss Janice, girlfriend. You must have fog, favor of God, or something. I don't know. All right, but I promise you, everybody's name is in there. Hopefully you can't see them from in here, but everybody's name is in there. Miss Janice just managed to rack it up again. All right, y'all. Any other questions? Oh. Yeah, and I have something for Miss Susan, too. I got to get that out to Miss Susan. Oh, God, I'm glad I thought of that. All right, y'all. Okay. Well, it is not 4:30, I don't think. What is wrong with my watch has been giving me fits. It is almost 4:30. Let's see. I am really excited about the log cabin. I got the fabric in the other day, and I know I told you this, but I really, really like it. It's really pretty fabric, and I just have to work on the background. I just have to make a decision as to what type of background fabric I'm going to use. But everything else is already ready, and I just have to finish up the, putting that pattern together, and then hopefully send it off to my wonderful pattern writer so she can help me figure it out. I got a feeling we'll be spending a few nights together. If you have any questions about this or anything else, absolutely, Miss Janice, I can't wait for you to call me. If you have any questions about this or anything else, please don't hesitate to send me an email, text message, whatever works best for you. I do try really hard to make sure I check everything, even my Facebook. I'm not sure, I'm just not as savvy with it as I would like to be, because I really want everybody's pictures to show up on my page, but I'm just not sure if I've got it set wrong. So I keep playing with it, trying to figure it out. So you all have a wonderful night, and I will see you soon. It'll probably be about 2 weeks, I want to say, before we have the next one ready. But keep a eye out for it, and I will send an email, and I will be posting on Facebook as well. All right, you guys have been wonderful. I love you so much for hanging out with me and doing all the fun stuff, and I'll get all the stuff uploaded to my YouTube as well, so that you guys will have access to it there as well as on Facebook. You guys have been wonderful, and I love you so much. Mwah.